Hello everyone, welcome to episode 3. Thank you for sticking around and still watching. Definitely enjoying it so far. Today we've actually got kind of a really cool episode in my opinion. We're working on these skeleton spawners today mostly. We're also going to go ahead and go after the end, at the end of the episode. And then we're also going to do a cool little shaders utilization as well to kind of reveal some of the, just how the base is looking in general, but also what happened with the skeleton spawners. It turned into a kind of a bigger project than I thought it was going to be. I was going to just do like a basic kill, chamber and drop zone and everything, nothing too special. But I kind of turned it into a bit of a project, and I actually really like it. So definitely enjoy. And I've got actually a pretty cool little reveal for that because there's a story and everything that kind of goes along with it. So thank you for watching and enjoy.
Down here is actually, oh, I forgot to tell you about that. Okay, so down here leads into a dungeon, of course, and I'm going to deck this whole thing out, clean this all up, definitely going to clean this all up. But if we go down here, I thought this was pretty cool. I wonder how, and I'll totally deck this all out right here. And this is going to come down, and it's actually going to keep going straight down this way, I'm thinking, because I have found a skeleton spawner, and that's not the best part. I have another one right behind me. As you can see right down there, I don't know if you can see from here, but that's another one. So, and I've already kind of started some work on that, but I'm going to save this for probably my second episode. And that's why I'm thinking that stairway is going to come down right out in here. I'll probably be hanging out somewhere in this range. And that way I'll be able to hit both of them, get them both to key off. Killing room, chamber, all that fun stuff. And
Alright everybody, so we're going to get started on this right here. I just kind of real quick wanted to kind of show you. I'm thinking I'm going to be using mostly the smooth stone bricks and some andesite along this tunnel area here. I might even throw in some cobblestone. Oh, I don't have any cobblestone on me. Okay. Obviously I don't have all my stuff set up. I've got a bunch of materials up there in my chests. So I might use some of this cobblestone as well, but I think mostly it's going to be this, especially in these upper level areas, where it's, should be most traveled kind of situation. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get to it and make this happen.
It's not exactly clear whether they even truly exist or could be shown to in the physical universe. If they do, if one day physics finds a use for them, that's great. But if not, that's great too. That would mean that we have, with this brain, a tiny thing, a septillion times smaller than the tiny planet it lives on. Discovered something true.
And I ran into some issues. Originally this column, you can kind of see the edge of it here. I'm still in the middle of fixing it. Was like right here, and I had a single pipeline that went from here to here. You see it in the other videos as well. And when I did that, at first it seemed okay, but then as I'm coming down, it really just kind of had this weird off-centered look, starting to really irritate me. So I decided, you know what, even though I'm going to have to completely dismantle this whole thing I already did, redo it, and change the chamber down here a little, which, I still haven't decided if I'm going to change how this paths. That being said, I also realized one other thing. I had this plethora of glass just just sitting here. And I found out, I found out that these soul lamps don't really affect the drop rate of this. All this bright light that's coming currently right now is coming from the torches as a light source. But once I turn it off, they actually are doing just fine. That being said, I was also sitting here looking at this, and it's just really annoying. There's all this glass in the way, my God. But, you know, I need it for the chamber until it clicked. They're going to fall where they fall. The glass chamber is just so I know where they're going to fall. So, as long as I keep my catch correct down here, and build it up so they can't jump out of the catch once they land in it, I can get rid of all this glass. I don't need this glass to be here for this to function. They will pop and just fall down. So it's done. I enjoy making this skeleton spawner setup. As you can see from some of the video, I definitely went a little overboard with the size, and I think even with some of the complexity of the design, but I think you're going to like it. So come on down through here. And I'm really digging how this turned out with these colors. I don't know why, but this magenta and black carpet looks really solid. And I got myself a couple little prisoners. I did have a Johnny 5 guy in here, but he escaped. Not really. He disappeared. I don't know why the game unloaded him. He was named. I think it's something with realms. It's happened a couple of times on me with some other zombies. But for whatever reason, it seems to unload characters that are named that shouldn't, disappear. But whatever. I'll probably replace him later when I find another Johnny 5 running around. Some more zombies. Got a bunch of them over here. We got a little gang. Got everybody in there. But yeah. So I'm definitely digging this. I didn't think I'd like the smoke effect, but I actually really do. It does kind of help separate it as you're coming down. Even though you can see through, it really does kind of help separate it. And then we've got Stuart, the drowned. I had 2 others in here. They also disappeared. Don't know what happened. But he is holding a piece of dirt, and he's named. And he was turned into a drowned. So maybe that's why. It's because it was a zombie that was turned. The other 2, I believe, were spawned as drowned. So maybe that's why. I don't know. But we do got Stuart's tree here. Definitely digging Stuart's tree. That's why he holds onto that grass block. As soon as he gets out, he's taking his tree and he's planting that bad boy. And I'm really liking how this turned out. You come around that corner and it's all kind of getting a little dark, a little mysterious. Played with the picture frames a little. I really do kind of dig that picture frame. We got a couple of books here. Let's check these bad boys out. The Legend of the Tomb of the Undying. Over 100 years ago, the first explorers found this land and began settling it. They began to thirst for the riches below and drawn to the yellow ore and its golden glow. Deep in the bottoms of the mine, they broke through to an ancient room that held strange magical wonders, of a place they heard only stories of, this other side, this nether world. But what was it doing here in the overworld? As the foreman wondered how this magical place came to be, and rightfully so, only the strongest of magics could bring another world of legends and old wives' tales to this tomb, but the rest, distracted, were caught up by the vision of gold before them. The yellow glow shined so brightly they thought it was the sun shining through a hole above them. Realizing it was gold, they rushed forward into the tomb, yearning for the riches laying before them, free for the taking. Or so they thought. As if by some sensory magic, the moment they got close to the gold skeletons, the Undying appeared. Men screaming and scrambling for any makeshift weapon crowded together, staring at the skeleton's slow, impending approach. The men looked around and silently confirmed with each other that their makeshift weapons, mostly pickaxes, would be no match for the Undying before them. With a silent nod from the foreman in agreement, they turned to flee. Turning, they found themselves face to face with more skeletons that seemed to appear out of thin air behind them as they were distracted by the first set. The head foreman, an older man by the name of Lightweight, called his men to arms and charged. The mining crew stood in shock of what they were seeing, and Lightweight's charge broke them free of their shock, and they too charged despite how desperate the situation. But more because of their desire to live, to see their families, to not die here. Lightweight met the skeletons first and began hacking wildly with a single purpose: get them back to the entrance, out of this mine, and as an afterthought, a promise to seal shut this mockery to the living if only the gods would grant him safely out. The rest of the miners reached Lightweight's side but moments later, and they began pushing back the Undying. Lightweight and the men in front yelled out each time more would appear, while the men at the rear shouted how close the entrance was getting. Lightweight, covered in sweat and bleeding, saw the opening and in a last valiant charge broke through and led the miners to the entrance of the tomb. Standing by the stairway, Lightweight made sure all the remaining men made it to the stairs and to freedom. With a heavy heart and a deepening sadness with every step up the stairs, Lightweight looked back one last time at the carnage below. Bones, armor, weapons, and pickaxes littered the floor and the bodies of the 5 miners they lost in the battle. Someone would have to let the families know what happened today. Standing at the top of the stairs, not wanting to go back to that place, but now also fearing what lay before him up above. He knew 2 things and 2 things only at that particular point. First, there was a promise to be kept, and seal up this tomb he would, and do with his last breath if needed. And secondly, he knew who would have to tell those families what happened here. He knew all too well whom that responsibility fell upon. Well, that was a cool little story. I definitely liked it. And so, read the legend of the Tomb of the Undying first. Okay, we did that, of course. If you still dare to enter the tomb below, take up the sword of looting, and may the gods protect you on your quest. Those that brave the tomb below will receive great reward and experience for more dangerous journeys that still lay before them. For the journey to the end is near. Too much time has passed, and the end must be dealt with sooner than you think. Cool. So, I'm assuming this is the sword of looting. Digging the stairway. Ah, the gold. Oh my gosh, skeletons. Okay. So, as you can see here, I kind of did a little mock-up of the Nether. So we've got the Soul Valley Sands right here, Warped Forest, Crimson Forest, Basalt Rocks, and then Netherrack. And I'm digging this, the little nether fortress that I built. I thought that was actually a cool little aspect. And I'm really digging how this turned out. We got our Trident Killer right here. It works. So that definitely works. And then over here, which I thought was kind of neat, I made that like a little walkway, is where I set up a little sorting system. So yeah. So that's that. And then I do go down there in the next little clip. I did run through here with some shaders on. I really do like how this turned out. I really do dig how this turned out. But this actually looks really cool with the shaders. Little lighting effect back here and up there is actually even more prominent and really cool looking with the shaders. I really like how the basalt region came out. That actually, I thought that looked pretty cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this whole thing. I had a lot of fun with it. Definitely took it a little further than I intended. Like I said, I could have just done a basic kill spawner, 2 droppers that feed line to the kill zone here, and been done. Slap the seal on it, good and done. But I decided to have some fun with it, and that's kind of to get you to kind of see that that's kind of my goal here. Is it's not just about building a farm. I'm trying to become a better Minecrafter. So we will see how that turns out as we move forward. But so far, I think I'm doing pretty good, and I definitely got some other projects that I'm actually really excited about as well in the future. Next we are heading to the end, moving straight into that. We're gonna go kill this dragon. Never killed it on hard before, only killed it once on normal. Do have a couple people joining me, so let's get to it. Let's get that dragon. Alright, so it's end time. As you can see, we're here at the portal, getting ready to go in. We've slept, we've got our gear set off to the side. All of us are here, ready to go. It's just an end fight. I know they're pretty basic at this point, but we do got a bit of a plan. Me and the Prof are going to run in first, make sure it's safe, and then the other two are going to join. And then we're just going to take down this end dragon. So with that, let's get going.
Alright. After you.
You ready, Prophet?
Yeah, let's do it.
That looks cool. Don't jump in yet. Well, we can, but we want to make
Oh, we're right. Okay. Nice, we're right on the island. Oh, I forgot my pick. I'm an idiot.
I got it.
Alright, we're probably good to go through. Okay, be careful. If you fall off of there, it's the void. There's no recovery. It looks like our path is
crouch?
this way. Yes, definitely crouch. Yep. We're going up this little hill.
Oh, there it goes.
Alright.
Standard dragon.
Yep. So our plan is to
Staircase, right?
oh, and I need to drink my steps.
Oh, so do I. Hold an apple,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then potion of slow falling.
What's in strength?
Potion of strength. Okay.
Our job is to hang out at the bottom until he comes down. And then our stick.
Just looked at it.
It's hard not to. I would say pop it right.
Pop it right in.
There is no
On my way to the last.
shooting all my arrows.
Redo your potion of slow falling. If you want to.
Just get a hit on your son die. I wasn't gonna die.
Last crystal down. So, lady. Coming in the middle.
Hello.
She just wiped away the water.
Yeah.
She's in the middle.
Hits on her.
Try and grab a bucket of water as well.
Oh, she's back.
So there's a somewhat safe space here.
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
And she's down.
Not a single one of us died.
Hello everyone, welcome back here. This is the end of the episode 3. That end run, you know, it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It went real well, went pretty smooth. It was pretty funny. You know, Pink and Sapphire were running around a lot with trying to kill Endermen that kept looking at him. But we managed to survive, managed to beat him a lot easier than I thought. I was struggling a little too. You know, I've only beat the Ender Dragon once before. It was on normal, and I was destroying end crystals at first, and then went down and started, you know, hacking and slashing at him after I got, I think, almost all but one of them knocked away. And I don't remember the End Dragon being so destructive down there with destroying the little ladder, you know, 3-step ladder you make to hack at him. So I don't know if that's just because the crystals had been taken care of the first place, or because it was on normal at the time when I'd beaten it, but I was struggling a little bit, but we managed to get it done. Thank you to everyone involved. Totally enjoyed it, had fun. Afterwards, we even went on a little bit of an end-busting run, as you saw, and I actually ended up dying out in the end. Yeah, so I was practicing flying, and I was flying around, and I was actually getting... It's really bad too, because I lost a bunch of shulker boxes and stuff, shells as well, and a whole set of elytra wings. So definitely still learning to fly. I don't have that on video, otherwise I would show it, because it was actually kind of funny because of how just out of nowhere I pushed the wrong button and could not get myself flying again. So definitely had some fun with that, but thank you for watching. Been enjoying it. One thing I wanted to do real quick here at the end of this episode is I wanted to kind of show you around with some changes. These are some shulker boxes that I have set up to do this build, which, you know, will be at the beginning of the next episode. I'll finally get this done and get a roof on this. And I did change around some of the, you know, details. The carpet's definitely different. I changed the colors. I got rid of a lot of the mushroom lights that you could see. They are now hidden under the carpets. I added a few windows like I said I was going to, and then I also added a little picture up over there, and those are the main changes I made. I don't think... Oh, I did make some changes down here as well. Got the end chest. Yeah. This was where I had netherite armor. It will get replaced. I got rid of a lot of these posts that were here. It just seemed really cluttered. So I did get rid of those. And as you may have noticed as well in some of the footage, I did actually add a proper little kitchen area, and I went ahead and put a little end portal in here. I'm not so sure I'm liking this right here. I did just recently see that there is a way to set up an automatic nether portal thingy to turn it off and on from silent. So I might check out that, well, I'm going to check out that video, and then I may or may not do that. With where it's at, I would have to really change a lot, and it's not like this is really a huge deal right here that it's here, but I would definitely have to extend this wall out and kind of change the whole feel and look of it inside. So we'll kind of see whether or not I do it, but for right now this is definitely working. This is a lot easier than running way over there to where I thought I was going to put my breeding village, but I'm not going to do that anymore. So I got rid of that portal. I'm actually going to be putting the breeder village way out there in the snow area. But yeah, so those are just a few of the changes. You know, not much has drastically changed, but that is kind of a little bit of details, and I am enjoying them so far. I even tried out this whole changing the color of the water. This is technically blue water. There's not too much of a difference between this and regular blue water. So anywho, those are some changes I made. Definitely enjoying how this is turning out, but like I said, you know, thank you for watching. Next episode we're going to start out with getting this building finished and getting started on that breeding farm. And like I said, I am using a Silent Whisper design, so we'll definitely share a link for that video in that video. And have a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys.